Yes, yes, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. The African communal spirit is the only way that can save us from the individualistic, one man takes all spirit Europeans with no coming from a culture of need has given to us as a way of survival, but it has been weaponized. Individualistic European way of life of one man taking it all has been weaponized up against us. Our true nature is communal living. Communal living communal living is not the same as communist living. Communist living is countries that are communist do not have anything close to the resources that Africa has. So for anybody to think communal living, as Kwame Nkrumah has expounded in his many books that he wrote, is nowhere close to communist living. Get it right. Communal living in Africa will get us away from the poisonous individualistic capitalist society. We have the resources for everybody to grow, for everybody to be successful. Through communal living, cooperative arrangements, we can raise the millionaires. The millionaires will come. The millionaires will come. Africa is a capitalist society before capitalists came after slavery. There were rich people, well-to-do people in Africa long before America came. America's capitalism was founded on slavery. It was slavery, enslavement of our people that had created capitalism. But before them, there has been capitalism in Africa way longer before what Americans knew as capitalism. So we need to go back to roots. If we do it together, we all will shine. We all will be so successful. Our weapon is our communal arrangement, communal living, communal cooperative work. Okay, so I took this video at what the Black family is doing in the Gambia. I give credit to the person who took the video, and the best way I could do is just to use my camera and then film it from my computer. As time goes on, I'm gonna get better at it and do a better job for you. But sometimes we can't wait for. We got to do what we got to do with what little we have. But the history behind, the commentary behind, we can't leave it for tomorrow. We got to speak. As long as we got something that will record, that will send a message to our people are ready for education. So the teacher can't wait for how good we become on our technology. We just have to speak it out. Speak it out, speak it out, speak it out. So we're going to go back to where the farming, the communal labor is taking place. The Black family has found an African way of dealing with the situation. With little, but we can aggregate our funds, we can aggregate our pennies, and do what we need to do to take back our strength. God did not put us in Africa to be poor. No way. This is the spirit in which we all can grow. This is the spirit in which we can aggregate. When you aggregate your dollar become as strong as the Lebanese money, which the country of Lebanon is putting behind them. Your money becomes as big as the Chinese money, which the Chinese government is putting behind them. We got to aggregate our pennies. When we aggregate our pennies on a continent, you pennies become billions of dollars. One single dollar become billions of dollars. When you aggregate your little stuff, this is the way we can do it. This is the way we can do it. This is the only way we can do it. The Back family has found an African way of doing stuff. In this way, they will go further. In this way, the society will grow. The place where their business is will grow. With the people who have invest in their time into it. Their people have investment into it. The same thing Ethiopia did. Ethiopia, went to the World Bank to get money for the African Renaissance Dam. They went to the IMF. They went to the European Union, but they saw the light coming. They knew the dam, if built, would be a game changer. Cheap electricity for industrialization that will give competition to the industries in Ethiopia to compete with the best in China and in Europe. So they did not. But Ethiopia didn't stop. Ethiopia don't have one thing about Ethiopia is Ethiopia don't have a slave master to tell them what to do. Ethiopia never did. So Ethiopia all the time goes, they are their master of their destiny. So Ethiopia say, okay, I'm going to turn to the diaspora of my people and $2, $3, $5, $100, $1,000, $2,500. Together, Ethiopia was able to raise $7 billion to build the dam. The dam is built mostly by their own engineers. So now Ethiopia got the manpower, the know-how to build the biggest dam in Africa. So the other dams that we need to build across Africa to improve our electricity needs and challenges, Ethiopia got the men. Ethiopia has the men. Ethiopia got the men to build it, and then show us that we can aggregate our little monies to come into billions of dollars to do any kind of project we want to do. Okay, so this is how we got to do it. This is how Africa used to do it. But individualism has been weaponized against our growth. That is where we are suffering. That is where we are suffering. That is where the Lebanese could come, supported by their government and their banks in Lebanon, to come and take over. And the Chinese are doing the same thing. But we can take them at their own game. We can take them at their own game. We can surpass them. We are the millions on the continent. When we aggregate ourselves, we aggregate our pennies, we can overtake them with no time. Rwanda has shown the way that within 25 years you can rebuild a nation from the ground to the up. Ethiopia has done it. Tanzania is doing it. So we can do the same thing in Ghana. We can do the same thing in Nigeria. We got to aggregate. We need to aggregate. That's what we need to do, yo. We need to aggregate. We need to come together and see what power we have. God designed us all differently. We have a power of communalism because we have so much plenty around us. Communalism is not communist living. No communist nation has anything close, any resources as close to what Africa has. So don't get it twisted. Do not get it twisted. Communal living is not communist living. There's so much in us. We just have to pull our strength together, our labors together, our pennies together, aggregate those money, and it's gonna be billions. Without surprise, it will surprise you. Ethiopia has done it with members of the diaspora. Ethiopians contributed their pennies, their little dollars to come into over 10 years to 12 years. They have contributed as much as $7 billion for the building of the African Renaissance Dam. Okay, this is who we are communally. Divided, we're going to fall. And that has been weaponized against us. And we believe in that individualism. The individualism is killing us. It's a weapon. It's a nuclear weapon without firing the nuclear itself. So we got to take our power back. Our nuclear weapon is the communal living. The communal living is our biggest nuclear weapon. Black man and black woman together. So what do? They put the black man against the black woman. They put the black woman against the black man so that the family cannot go strong. When the family do not go strong, the clan, we can't have a clan. If we don't have a clan, we can't have a tribe. When we don't have a tribe, we cannot have a nation. So they are taking it from the root. Black woman separating the black woman from the black man. They know what they are doing. They know what they are doing. In America, you falsely believe that, oh, the black woman is the nurse to white man. No, you don't want to be close to no white man. You don't want to be second fiddle to no white man. Forget about that. Forget about that. But we bought into it. So the black woman becomes the strongest thing ever, forgetting about the black man. And she doesn't know that has put in her situation so weak. She is so weak. But she, in a corporate world, she is the biggest nurse to a white man. You don't want to be close to no white man. You don't want to compare yourself to anything weak. You don't want to, you don't want no equality to anything that is weak. Equality to what? Equality to what? What are you trying to equal yourself to? To a white person? To a weak person? No, you got to be your own master. You got to carve your own destiny. The road is in your front. Africa belongs to us. The resources underneath is ours. So when we aggregate our pennies will turn into billions that we could use to do bridges and dams and generational wealth building. This is the way the God family has been doing it, and I find it so interesting to share it with y'all.